Hey guys, Dr. Viv here and welcome. Today I want to talk about the value we place on things and how they can impact on us. So some days ago, I was leaving the house and I have this nice Tory Burch, yeah. I have this nice Tory Burch shoes, these flats that I like to wear. I bought it in America some years ago, and you know how you just love a pair of shoes that are so comfortable? I just love them, and they were Tory Burch shoes as well. And I've had it for years. They have this metal bar or metal-like bar over the front of the shoes, which also carry the Tory Burch logo. And remember, I've had them for years. I love them, they're comfortable. Now, 3 years on, I wear them. And I step out of the house and I think, okay, maybe I should wear something different today because of the weather. I think it was, I can't remember the reason why, but there was something about the weather that made me think to change them from and wear something else. I go into the room and I change my shoes and wear something else. And normally when I take off my shoes, my immediate what I do immediately is to put them on my shoe rack. But for some reason that day, I just left them on the ground for a split second. And I stepped forward and I needed to step back, not knowing that the shoe was there. And trust me, I literally stepped back and stepped on my Tory Burch shoes, thereby breaking the metal in front of the shoe. My Tory Burch shoes. Oh my days. I was like, you know when you have things that you love, right? You treasure them and you keep them. This was one that I loved. Now, old Vivian would have thrown a little fit. I would have cried, I would have lamented, I would have, oh my God, like, you know, it would have spoilt my whole day. And I sometimes still have things that do that to me. But you know, for some reason, and with what I have come to know about mental health and the things and the impact that valuing things can have on you, I picked up the shoe, I looked at it, I was like, oh, why? I said I was going to take it down the shoemaker, which I did, shoe repairer that morning, only for them to tell me they couldn't do anything about it. And somehow, it's been over a week now, and the shoe is just lying there. I feel sad about it, but it is no longer, it's not having the impact such things used to have on me by making me worry and cry about my loved shoe, which I really can't wear as much. Not because I can't wear the inner sole, but until I find some sort of something to do about it where the metal is not pressing on the top and thereby making it almost impossible to wear the shoes, I can't do much about it. Why am I saying this story? Because there is a saying that where your treasure is, that's where your heart is, and where your heart is, that is where your vulnerability is. That's my own. That's where the vulnerability bit is. That's my own added statement, right? Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. Where our heart is, that's where vulnerabilities are, and where vulnerabilities are, if something happens to those things that we value and we class as treasure, they can significantly impact on us and on our mental health. Because we will think about it, we will worry about it. It's like a mother with a child, it's like a father with a child, it's like a mother, it's like a husband with a wife with a husband. You know, it's like those of us who love our jobs. If something happens to that job, like it impacts on us. That is life. The things we value have the ability to severely impact on us. It's like someone who loves their car so much, and well, those of us who tend to buy the biggest cars and place so much value on them. If things happen to those cars, it can significantly impact on our health and on our well-being. Our house and houses and everything, treasures, your gold, your diamonds, your rings, your treasured items. What do you value today that if something shall happen to them, it will impact you? Is it something that you can devalue for the sake of your health and well-being? I know it sounds funny, trust me, like it sort of sounds funny coming from someone like me, because once upon it, I treasure things. I'm one of those persons. Sometimes my siblings will say I'm a bit of a hoarder, because I tend to treasure things. I'm one of those people who have had this thing for so long, like I treasure them. But I have also had instances where they have impacted me in the past, and I worry about them, and I'm like, oh gosh, where is it? Oh, who touched this? And it would severely make my day bad. But I have an experience of depression in the past, and I understand that the things that we place value on can impact us. So we must be careful of the things we place value on. Your job is important, but is it as important to impact on your health? Your gold and rings and all of that are important, but are they important enough that they deserve to take away your health? That relationship, yes, it's important, but is it important enough to take away your health? What around your house is so treasured to you that it will take away your health? This is a time to do something about devaluing them, because where your treasure is, there your heart is, and where your heart is, there your vulnerabilities lie, and where your vulnerabilities lie, they can impact on your health. So what do you need to devalue? What do you need to treasure today for the sake of your well-being? Well, that is it from me today. Until next time, take care, stay well, and God bless.